What's going on, ladies and gents? How you guys doing? I know it's been a long time since you guys heard from me, but I've been kind of busy. But I'm back now. So it is Dentarius Lock. How you guys doing? Biggest Bucs fan ever. Um, guys want to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, black-813. The word black, the word dash, numbers 813 at the end. This has been a rough season. This season was very, very rough. Um, Honestly, I think it was just going crazy with the whole Winston suspension starting it off, and then with the carousel with Fitzpatrick starting off hot, then fading a little bit. So this season that just ended was very crazy. We all knew, big Buck fans knew, that depending on how the season goes, Carter was on the hot seat. We knew that. So as you can see, he did get let go, and we moved forward from it. I'm not surprised by that, honestly. I knew maybe halfway through the season the way it was going, it was going to get rocky. I actually knew once he went back and forth with trying to decide whether Jameis or Fitzpatrick was going to start that his job probably was done after that. But anyway, so now we have a new coach, as you guys have heard. Bruce Arians. We all know who that is. Everybody likes this guy. He's supposed to be well known. He is a two-time NFL Coach of the Year. He's done numerous things with quarterbacks as far as Big Ben, Andrew Luck, Peyton Manning, all those and such. Carson Palmer. They've had great years around this guy. Um, I really like the hire. The only thing I didn't like was his health, his age. He's 66, which isn't really bad. But I just felt like one thing that's gonna scare me with it is when does he decide to hang it up again? Because he's older, right? So my thing is he, according to all these people that he's hiring or looking at who he's hiring, um, maybe he's grooming them to be the next coach, maybe for us or maybe for other jobs. So I really believe that this is going to be a great hire for us. The offense is fine as we've seen. The offense is great. We don't have to worry about that. The biggest piece is what we do with our defense. As you see, he went and got Todd Bowles was a huge pickup. Now we go from just being a 4-3 to being 4-3 and 3-4 to have not high-bird safety that can move around, which I think Vern Hargrave is going to play. But we'll get there the more videos I post. But so this job that we have, this head coach that we have now, obviously he has a connection with Jason Light. We were first hearing that the only job he was going to look at was Cleveland, but then him and Jason Light started to get a connect, then it started to work perfectly. And then from what I heard, and what we've seen through certain articles, that old Bucks, I'm sorry, not Bucks, Rays coach Madden actually gave him the give to actually come in, and that Tampa is a great place to be. So he ended up deciding to be here. Later on, he said he wasn't just on the for sure factor, but he said that he played a part in it. So, but this move that we made is going to be huge. Biggest person that it affects the most is Jameis. Um, I think that Jameis is going to be the person that benefits the most. Now you can see how he was playing. He was playing uh, later on in the season. He was starting to connect very well. I mean, things were going very well. He was starting to get clicking. Everything was getting right. You can see his turnover was down. A few connections with one receiver we're not going to say he couldn't connect with, and they just weren't on the same page. But I think he's already improving. So I think with Bruce Arians coming, we're going to see a bigger difference. One thing I know Bruce Arians has been talking about the most that we need is a running game. That's going to be huge. We need that. So look for us to make a move on a running back. Hopefully Le'Veon. That'll be a huge piece pickup. Not only is he a running back, but he can also come out the backfield and catch a few passes. So that'd be somebody that'd be great for us if we could do that. I think he had over 50 receptions a couple years ago when he was in a Steelers uniform. Not sure if you guys remember, we played them against them a couple years ago. He was a huge part in them almost beating us in Pittsburgh, and he had a decent game against us. So I am looking forward to seeing what we do with that. Also, from what we're seeing, Bruce Arians says he's trying to re-recruit Deshaun Jackson. Wants to see how that go. I know he likes deep threat. He had that with his receiver that he had in Arizona. Also, a couple guys he had, obviously, in Indianapolis and in Pittsburgh. So we're gonna see how that plays out. If not, if it doesn't get AB, look for us to make a move either in free agency or the draft on a speed receiver to go across the middle. So, but this is a good hire. I expect a huge improvement. He's big on family, very very knowledgeable. He knows a lot about the game, obviously, but I really like what he is going to do with this franchise. I think he's going to do a lot of things with it. I know it's going to take some time. So we know we see him go to Arizona and turn that franchise around in 1 year, but we can't say for sure it's going to happen with us. If everything clicks, yeah, we're looking at a up and up season next year, but we have to be patient with it. This draft is going to tell us a lot and what we're going to draft with, and also with the connections that they have as far as him and Todd Bowles, these other guys that he hired, Byron Leftwich and a few other pieces. We're going to see how they build through this draft. So I'm excited, man. I mean, the season's just actually off season is just not starting. We're gonna see a lot of pieces get put together. Free agency, they said we're gonna make some moves now, so we're gonna see some big pieces that I think we're gonna grab, and that's gonna be really exciting. But one thing I really want to see is what he does with Vernon Hargreaves. That's gonna be a real question to me. I think he can play the Honey Badger, is also known as Tyrann Mathieu, in Todd Bowles' defense. That hybrid type corner slash safety. He's going to be moving around a lot. I think that's going to be a better fit for him in this defense. That's going to play a huge part. So he's going to have to gain probably a little bit more weight. But I think he'll be the perfect fit for that. Also, look at if we do go get Honey Badger. Now you're looking at two at that same position, which would be perfect. So also he likes bigger corners. So his corners, Patrick Pease, about 6'2". He likes the bigger guys. So Carlton Davis is probably going to be a premier corner in this defense, and that's going to be perfect. Also, look at what we do with Levante David. Levante David may move back. He may move inside and work right next to Quan, which would be perfect. Both very smart linebackers. So this is going to be a very interesting season, off season coming up, what we do. With a few pieces that have been let go from different teams, we may grab a few of them, spend a little bit of money, and this draft is going to be huge. So, bad way to end the season, but also good way to start the next season. So, guys, get ready for a great season coming ahead in 2019.